All right, good afternoon, everybody. And today is Sunday. I actually just got off work and I'm finally off for the weekend. So I have a nice weekend here to enjoy, a couple days off. And I'll definitely be making more videos out here in the Swansea Conservation Park. I love this park to make videos. There's a lot of scenery out here. They've done a great job at really creating a previous golf course into a beautiful nature reserve and park. So I'm very thankful for that. And I'm also thankful for all of you guys who have tuned into my videos over the last couple of years. You know, it's been kind of an off and on sort of battle with this channel, and not only this channel, but my other channel, because there's been some changes. You know, there's been some struggles personally that have resulted in me not being able to make as many videos or whatever it is. So I just want to thank everybody. First of all, we just crossed 3,000 subscribers on this channel in particular for subscribing to the channel. I mean, seriously, you guys are the reason I'm still here. You guys are the reason that I am making this video right now. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I truly mean this. Like, thank you for subscribing to this channel. It means a lot. Because without you guys, I don't know if I'd have the motivation to keep going. And, you know, it's not about the money for me. It's about, can I gain a following of people that are actually interested in my content? Because ultimately, if I'm not serving the viewer, then what's the point? You know, there has to be a reason to continue. And so as I'm, you know, progressing here, I just want to thank you all for tuning in to this channel as we discuss everything. And we kind of, you know, discuss various topics. You know, there's a lot of things to discuss. And so I just want to thank you all for tuning in. And if you guys ever have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to leave them down in the comments down below. And with that being said, as we continue our walk here, I specifically wanted to discuss the market. And when it comes to the market, I'm not talking about the stock market today. I'm talking about the YouTube market. Yes, I'm talking about how an individual can start from scratch on YouTube in 2025. Now, this is an interesting topic because you always hear about how it's too hard to start on YouTube. There's too much competition. And let me tell you something. I've been doing YouTube since 2018. I started with one channel that I grew from 0 to 12,000 subscribers. That channel still exists today. It's called Multi-Bagger Investing. It's about the stock market. It's about, you know, generating income, generating returns, my experience, you know, sharing that with you guys. And it's all about generating like growth stocks, cryptocurrency, those types of returns, those returns that are, they may be larger in nature and also higher risk, right? So it's those types of returns that you can try to generate while remaining in the market. And that's, if you're interested, I'll leave the link down below. But nonetheless, that channel took me from 2018 onward to 2021. I changed the brand a few times, and ultimately I was able to grow it to 10,000 plus subscribers. At the peak, you know, not about the money, but I was able to generate over $1,000 a month in 2021 and 2022 as the market was heating up and there was a lot of people interested in that type of content. The ability to earn income from that type of content went up. And so that's the first point, is don't focus on the money, but focus on the audience. Focus on somebody who is interested in your content. Now, I say this with only 15 or 16,000 subscribers. And compared to, let's just say 20,000 or 200,000 plus, you know, or 2 million plus subscribers, what I have right now at 15,000 is pretty small. Let's be honest. I mean, it's almost 16,000. It might be past 16,000 at this point. But on this channel, it's about 3,000. And on the other channel, it's, you know, 12,700. So I guess that's, you know, almost 16,000, right? Or just about. But nonetheless, I still feel like a small creator. And part of the reason is because, yeah, you know, the ad revenue, you know, I only earn about $100 a month or whatever you know, give or take, which I sincerely appreciate as well. You know, everybody who's tuning into the channel is helping me out with that and generating a little bit from the Patreon and whatnot. But like I said, what kind of content am I producing that will allow you guys or help you guys in terms of what you're trying to achieve? And perhaps some of you guys out there are interested in creating a YouTube channel, and it might be kind of difficult, you know, in terms of the mental aspect. That's the first or the second point, I guess. The mental aspect of YouTube is very difficult. And when I say that, first of all, you have to find the motivation to make videos. For what reason? You have to really dive deep and think about why you're making these videos. Second of all, you have to realize that there might not be any immediate financial gain, and that any financial gain might be very short term. And with a short term financial gain comes, you know, if this financial gain goes down, am I still motivated? And if you're not, I would start asking the question, should you even be making YouTube videos? Okay. So that's the next thing, is like, what's your motivation? Are you actually motivated to do YouTube? Because if you're not, YouTube's not for everybody. And I'll be honest, the next point I'm going to talk about is AI. But with AI and everything going on, there is increasing competition. There are more people trying to manipulate the system. There are a lot of people trying to come out with content that might be subpar, but is able to be created in mass quantities. So AI and all this automation stuff, I think, is already impacting YouTube and will continue to impact YouTube. Now, is there still going to be opportunity? Absolutely. There has been since YouTube's been created. And I think YouTube's going to continue to be a massive platform. And the YouTube dream, so to speak, instead of the American dream, the YouTube dream of, you know, becoming full-time and generating enough income to pay some of your bills, or most of your bills, if not all your bills, those influencer lifestyle, you know, dreams or whatever. I think that they're still going to be out there. They're still going to be real. You know, there's still going to be people who go full-time on YouTube in 2025 and beyond. No doubt in my mind. And the people who are able to leverage AI and use AI to their advantage will benefit. But when it comes to mass-produced AI content, this is my fourth point. AI content that is just garbage. And I made this mistake on this channel and the other channel because I signed up for like this pro subscription service that was promising me this AI, I'm not even going to mention the name of the company for potential lawsuit reasons, but this company was basically promising me and every other YouTuber out there who signs up for this pro service the ability to make pro level videos, AI cut and dry, amazing videos in 10 minutes or less, like that, like candy, throw it into the channel. You're going to be rich. That type of content. And look, it just wasn't for me. And I ended up deciding that I'm not going to chase AI. I'm going to chase originality. And in the AI era, originality is becoming more and more valuable. And mark my words, in the next 5 or 10 years on YouTube in particular and other social media channels, those who are original and those who authentically share their thoughts, like I'm trying to in this video, I hope I'm able to do that for you guys. But as I'm sharing my thoughts, as I'm just walking in the park, not even really thinking about what I'm saying, I'll be honest, like this video was made on the fly. And will I get paid from this video? Probably. Will it be less than 50 cents? Most likely, right? Like I'm probably going to make so little from this that it's not even like, remember when back in the day you could buy a taco from Taco Bell for like less than 75 cents, but those days don't exist anymore. Like it's insignificant what I'm going to make from this video, and the point is, like, I still enjoy making these videos because I'm helping somebody out there. Somebody out there has made a YouTube channel and they are not successful and they're feeling the pain of it. And there's so many people out there who feel that same pain of, I've tried, I've made the videos. Mr. Beast uploaded like I don't even remember the number. It was a ridiculous amount of videos before he even got 10,000 subscribers, at least 1,000 or 2,000, right? So this idea that, you know, you're alone in this, you are, but so is Mr. Beast, so am I, so is everybody else, and so is the time frame. The times may have changed a little bit, but the strategy hasn't changed. And what are people seeking, right? That's my fifth point. Number 5, originality. People want you to be original. People want you to be the individual who gets on camera and is not a rehearsed script. Because what's happening and what has happened over the last 20 years is that people have lost trust. Let's be completely honest. People have lost trust in other human beings, selling them stuff that they don't need, bullshit, crap that has been shoved down their throats, including this AI narrative that we've been seeing. That's a whole nother discussion. But being shoved down your throat, being sold this whatever it is. You have all the influencers, the freeloaders on social media who are trying to sell you something all the time, nonstop courses, $1,000 plus, spend this money, we need your money right now. People have lost trust in advertisers, people have lost trust in influencers, people have lost trust in YouTube, people have lost trust in AI content, people have lost trust in their fellow neighbors, And this is a big problem in the digital age because we're constantly spoon-fed stuff. We're constantly spoon-fed advertisements. We're spoon-fed the news, the CNN, the MSNBC, Fox News, stands on an island by itself. It's like they're being attacked by all the other news stations. And then you have this opinion and that opinion, and it never ends. So the problem is we've lost trust as a society. And so when you're trying to build a YouTube channel, that's tough because what do? You've got all this fake AI content out there. You've got all these people who don't trust each other in society. And I understand why, right? And you understand why watching this video. But I want to thank you once again because the authenticity, the authenticity, right? The screw ups in the videos that you make are authentic. They're real. And that's the point, right? People want that stuff. At least I feel that way. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Maybe I've gone off the rabbit trail here. Maybe I've kind of gone insane in terms of thinking that this AI is a big bubble. That's a whole other video. And that perhaps people will come grounded into reality, especially when it comes to the ability to talk to people in person, the ability to discuss things with your neighbor, the ability to hop across the fence and say, when I remember when my parents were kids, right? And I used to watch Tim the Toolman Taylor back in the day. If you guys remember that show from the 90s, Tim the Toolman Taylor used to always go and talk to his neighbor. I think it was Wilson, or I forget the guy's name. Maybe it was Wilson, but the guy with the hat, right? And he used to always go over there and talk to him. And it was just a friendly conversation. My parents did the same thing in the 90s, 2000s when I was growing up. I remember those thoughts. That stuff just doesn't happen anymore. Or if it does, it's not as common. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. Like, you see it, I see it. And so that's when I say people are sick of the AI. People are sick of the automation. I mean that. And I personally believe that there's going to be a big opportunity ahead for folks who can create connection in the digital sphere going forward. Authentic human connection, because that's still going to be valued. It's not only going to be valued, it's going to be valued a lot more than it used to be. And that's where your opportunity on YouTube and 2025 and beyond is. I 100% believe that. I've been having these thoughts for a while, and I finally thought, let's make a video about this, because this is big stuff that's coming. It's happening right now before our eyes. And if you're one of those people who takes advantage or seeks the opportunity before a lot of other people find out about it, then you can stand to benefit. And what does that look like? It could just be you taking a walk in your neighborhood, you taking a walk in the park like I am, talking to the camera, trying your best and being authentic, or trying to be authentic to your audience. Maybe I'm not being authentic right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Am I being authentic? Am I being real with you guys? Am I fake, right? I want to hear from you guys, because if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. But 3,000 plus of you guys on this specific channel in particular think I'm doing something right. And that's encouraging. right? And so I just want to leave you with some encouragement, because there is no doubt 100% opportunity on YouTube in 2025 and beyond. And my checks right now on YouTube with Patreon and YouTube combined, the two channels, probably net me $100 a month. Do I care about the money? No. I care about the long-term vision of growing the channel, growing the audience, providing content that is useful. And if money does end up coming out of that, great. I would love to go full-time on YouTube. It has been my dream for a long time, I will say that. But if it doesn't happen, there's always other opportunities. And I try to maintain that positive mindset, changing your mindset from one of negativity, of despair, to positivity. You know, your quality of life will go way up. You know, just coming out and getting some vitamin D, getting out in the sunshine, your quality of life, your mental health will go way up. It's the little things, you know, and that's the point I'm trying to make. So I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. God bless America. God bless everybody out there. You know, there's still hope. You know, you're still breathing, right? I'm still breathing. And Lord willing, that will continue into tomorrow. And nobody's promised tomorrow, right? But we can all sit here and look at the opportunities in front of us and say, here we are. Here's what we have to work with. What can we do about it? And with that being said, I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below about all this. Thank you so much for tuning in once again, and we will see you all in the next video. Take care.